Alright, so it's Saturday, and the theme this week is talk about your coming out story and something embarrassing. Saturday, end of the week, almost. So you've heard all the other girls' stories, and now it's time for mine. Save the best for last, you know. I really honestly can't say I have a specific story to tell. I think I've always kind of had an idea that I was gay, just because the way that some people I've been around, the way that they look at boys, I looked at both, and that was when I was younger. I saw things in both women and men that made me feel a certain way that at the time I didn't understand, and it was really confusing, and I didn't really know how to deal with it. So as I got older, I kind of just decided like it was normal to just like boys. You're not supposed to look at girls that way. Not necessarily not supposed to, but it just wasn't very common. And so I don't know, I wasn't necessarily scared. I guess I just kind of I stopped acknowledging it for a long time. I personally wouldn't acknowledge it, but I wouldn't talk to people about it. And when I would say it was about sophomore year, I had a boyfriend, and we started hanging out with his friends, and one of his friends' girlfriends and I got intoxicated, to say the least, and things happened. Details aren't necessary, but needless to say, it's kind of one of those situations where things happen when you're drunk because you think about them when you're sober, and then when you are sober, you look back and think, that happened. Why do I want it to happen again? It just kind of progressed from there. I just kind of noticed myself acknowledging more that I found girls attractive. And I dated another guy after that guy, and he knew that I liked girls and had done things with girls. And he would degrade me in a sense. He would always tell me how disgusting I was and how it was awful that I would do that. And I think that's when I sort of got a sense of who I was. Like, it took me being pushed down and told I was a disgusting person and that I was doing things that were wrong and unnatural, that unfortunately it took that much to tell me, like, this is who you are, you should be proud of it, who cares what this person thinks or what many people think about what you do behind closed doors. Like, that's when I kind of realized it's time to stop caring what people think and just do what I want to do. It's just time that I really come to terms with the person that I am. And so I did. I ended things with him and started actually living my life. And I kind of had a thing with a girl who was much older than me. She's about 6 years older than me. And I think that's when it really hit me, like, I really don't have any interest in being with guys anymore. I never came out as bisexual or as pansexual or asexual, nothing. I didn't come out as anything. I just said I find people attractive. I see attractive things in everyone. But then I sort of found myself finding physical and mental things more attractive about women and less about men. I still find guys, like, I'll see guys on the street and be like, yeah, he's attractive. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't want to date you. Like, I don't see myself marrying someone that is male. Like, I don't have any desire to. And so it just kind of went from there. I had a lot of things with girls that never went anywhere, just for various reasons, and you know how it is with women, obviously. You all should do. And so that's when I'd say in the last year is when I really figured myself out. I didn't really have to come out to anyone necessarily, because my best friend's gay too, and she had a girlfriend before I ever did. And so we just kind of talked about it, and eventually it was funny actually, because she used to always harass me. She's like, "Julia, you're a lesbian. Julia, you're a lesbian." No, I'm not. Whatever. I don't need to classify myself as anything. I'm just finally like, okay, you're right. Like, I'm gay. Very, very gay. And yeah, so now I have a girlfriend that I love with all my heart, and I couldn't be happier. It's a time in my life when I'm the happiest that I have been ever. Just because I am my entire self. Not everybody finds their self by the time that they are my age, or even in their 30s. Some people never completely understand themselves, but I'm thankful that I've kind of figured out, and that's pretty good. But yeah, my parents, I guess, I never had to like directly tell them, like sit them down and have to talk like I'm gay, because they always kind of knew. My stepdad, who isn't part of my life anymore, we just, I guess for a long time, we just talk about girls, just because I was very comfortable talking to him, and it was easy to confide in him and tell him things about girls that I was thinking. And I don't know, we just talked about it a lot, and he made me feel really comfortable. And then after me and my ex-boyfriend broke up, my mom kind of said to me, it was really funny actually, not long after we broke up, she kind of came up to me and was like, "So, are you gonna start bringing girls home now?" It's like, what? I mean, if you want me to. I mean, I'm not gonna argue. And she just didn't care. I mean, it was kind of hard for her, because she didn't understand, because it was sort of new to her when I started talking about it more openly. And she would ask me a lot of really uncomfortable questions, like, how do you know, or what made you decide that you like girls, or are you being safe? Really uncomfortable questions. But eventually she just kind of got over it, and then I was just like, "Hey Mom, I'm gonna move in with my girlfriend," and she was just like, "Cool, have fun," basically. And yeah, my grandma asked me, it was really funny, she asked me when she was driving me to the airport to go visit my girlfriend before I moved up here. I was asking me about her, and she's like, "Why didn't you tell me? We're so close." Like, why? Like, I don't know. I guess it's just normal. It's just part of the transition of life. I didn't need to sit down and have a big outing to everybody. It didn't feel necessary to me. It was just kind of like, if it gets brought up, it gets brought up. "So do you have a boyfriend?" "No, actually I have a girlfriend." Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just want it to be more accepted as something that just can happen. It's part of life. It doesn't need to be like, "Oh my god, Julia's gay." Now that I've successfully talked for way too long, something embarrassing about me. I have a very big fear of belly buttons. I don't want people touching my belly button, and I definitely don't want to touch other people's belly buttons. It freaks me out. People think it's hilarious. They just think it's so funny, and I don't find it very amusing. No, it's pretty scary. Ugh, God, it's gross. And the way I pronounce my double T's, such as cotton, button, cotton. It just feels weird. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's my obnoxiously long video about my gay self and my weird attributes. I'm really glad that you can't see, but I have a lot of hives on my neck right now because my roommate has a cat that he brought home, and it loves me. And I can't say no when it's like, hey, I'm gonna rub up on you, you should pet me, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I get itchy and hivey and sniffly, bad situation, but I like animals. I don't know what to do. I can't take Benadryl because I fall asleep, so yeah, I'm rambling. So yeah. Ow. Happy Saturday. Have a good weekend. Have a nice Sunday. I don't know why I keep doing this. Bye guys.